It is finally time to start talking about the project I've been working on, and from the title, as you can see, I've been working on a turn-based strategy, making it from the ground up. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. It was a project I started maybe a year back as just kind of I want to learn to do this, and it got hard. After like 2 weeks, it got harder than I was capable of doing, right? So now it I decided to push through the hard. I decided to learn how to do the coding, and I'm using Game Maker. It's kind of a version of C programming, but different. And most of its programming wording and language deals with video game terms, so it kind of fits that a little bit more. So I'm going to reduce my face a little bit so I can do a bada boom. Welcome to Asterion Online. It's a working title, but it's what it is. This art isn't mine. This is art I just borrowed online. Not planning on using it in the future. It's just, hey, it's better than a black back screen, right? But I've gotten far, way further than I thought I was ever gonna get, and I'm getting better at it. I don't know if it's great yet, but I'm having so much fun working on it. It's a passion project, and I've been developing it for, say, I've probably put about 2 months or more worth of effort if you were counting like a day is part of the month, right? So like 60 days of like 8 hours into it now, right? Which might not be a lot for some people in a game, but I think I'm doing really good, and I'm so happy with where it's at. So this is a long video. You can see by the runtime it's a long video. I kind of want to just show you guys where I'm at rather than talk about it. So as we kind of go through, I'm going to just explain some of the mechanics and show you the game, right? And then I'll start talking about the story, and then we'll go from there. So, yeah, I'm excited. This is, I'm worried that it's either going to be disliked or people are like, stop doing that on this game channel. This is what it is now. I want this game channel to, sometimes I'll play games, but I want it to be updates of this. I've never put the work in, right? I've never finished out a project like this. And I want that tangible result, like that little me wanted as a kid that was like, oh, you should make a video game when you grow up. I can, and I'm doing it. And even if it gets nowhere, cool. I had a great time making a video game, and I hope that you guys enjoy seeing about it. So, Asterion Online, before we start real quick, what is it? It's a turn-based strategy akin to Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, that style. It's not isometric. It's flat 2D because, honestly, that's easier to work with. But I enjoy it, and I think it's got its own style, and there's a few differences in the story that I think will be new and fresh to the genre. So, yeah, let's go ahead and just play the game. I have 4 kind of test levels up. They incrementally get a little bit harder just to kind of show you how the game goes. And so, yeah, so let's start the game. So this is area 1, and there's 3 enemies. But let's go ahead and create the party. And so there's a party creation system. So right now I'm giving you 6 characters to play with. Your main character, which won't look like this necessarily. You'll have some choices on how the main character looks like. Robin is one of your best friends in the game. Biff, important character. Beige, starting character. Lily's a great character. Smiley. These are all based off of people that I know or D&D characters that I've played with, in terms of like so-and-so played this character and it was really memorable, etc. But in this kind of demo, everybody's going to be level 90, so you can see all the spells for certain classes and all the abilities and just kind of get a sense for how the game's going. So let's go ahead and spawn some people. First, Biff is kind of our barbarian. He's one of the heavy hitter tanks. Beige is a cleric. You can change classes at any time when the full release will come out, but what they start out as is like Beige is a cleric. Lily is a wizard, so she doesn't need to be up front. Smiley is a rogue, he can, or a thief, he can be up front. Player is also a melee unit, and then Robin is a bard. The player is an adventurer, so you'll get to change classes later. And then right over here is another character, Ford. I'm giving you Ford, who's a knight, to start off with, to just kind of, well, I'm not giving, this is me playing, so nobody else is. Ford is going to help you in this first level, and you'll be able to control him. So all the enemies are just melee attacking enemies. They don't have any abilities right now. This is just a, hey, let's experiment with things. So down in the middle, you can see the portrait of the character you're currently controlling, as well as their health, mana, energy, hit bonus, debuffs, anything like that. Buffs will also show up. And then if you're hovering over somebody at the bottom left down there, you can see their name. Like this one is Boss, the Human Warrior, level 90. You can see his HP, mana, energy. You don't see the numbers because I don't want you to see the numbers of the enemies. I want you to kind of guesstimate. I don't want you to know like, oh, he's got 100 HP left. I don't need to hit him with anything. I want you to just kind of get it out of percentages, right? So you can see all the information about people that you're hovering over, including your own allies too. So you can kind of see where they're at if you're not currently on them. So Robin is the bard. So the first thing I'm going to have her do, I don't have a lot built into the bard class, but she's going to sing a song and increase all of our hit bonus by just a little bit. So we're going to end her turn. Unlike other RTS games, you can't move through units. You can move diagonally through units if there's a unit blocking, but it kind of adds a little bit of element of, hey, should I be able to do, or it adds more strategy because you can't move through units, even your own allies. So Ford is a knight, so he's heavy on strength and heavy on health. There's 7 attributes that matter. I'm going to kind of explain as I'm attacking. So you get 2 movements per turn, a move and an action, or you can move twice. You can kind of see the range in green and orange for where you want to move, but I'm just going to move Ford up and have him attack the enemy. Smiley's a thief, so I'm going to have him go over here. Beige is a cleric, so he's kind of a combination of spells and physical damage, but cleric's the more spell-based version of like a paladin, which is more physical based for kind of light attack, right? So bam, smite hits somebody. You can see like they have a lot of mana and smite only takes 7, so it's not that much. The cleric is the first class I looked at, and I haven't updated him with all the new stuff. Wizard is a pretty developed class. So Wizard has a bunch of different spells like Acid Orb, Arcane Font, Blaze, Magic Missiles, Frost Orb, Call Lightning, and Arcane Eruption, right? So you might be seeing like, oh, you can't even read all that. If you click on it, you can see everything. It's supposed to just give you kind of a little tip for what's going on. So first thing I'm going to do is shoot an Acid Orb over there at him, and it'll make him take some damage over time. And I want to get Biff up there because he's kind of our... he and Ford are our tanks. So you just saw him take 2 damage. Acid Orb puts damage over time on them. It's a very weak one. It's not very good poison, but it does something. Okay, so it's Ford's turn now, and he's taken a pretty heavy hit from that guy. So let's... he doesn't have any spells. So if you go over spells, knights don't have spells. They do have some skills, though. Like, let's do Hone Strike. Strikes true, the harder your enemy. Weak damage, but does have a high crit rate. So bang. Didn't crit. Happens. Thief is a class that I don't have very developed yet. It is just going to be clicking and attacking for the thief, as well as the adventurer, which is the player character that you are right now. Like I said, it'll be more customizable later, but for now, thief is just a thief, right? So there's a few other spells. I don't want to be hitting him because spells, I want to really make use out of the spell. So let's use Blaze, and we'll cast a fire spell over there, and it does pretty decent damage. So let's look at some of the barbarian spells. So they all these icons are just temporary icons, by the way. Please don't think these are final. These are just so that I kind of know what's going on. It kind of gives me a reminder of what things are. So we've got Bash, which is a high hit, high miss chance move. Cleave hits multiple people. Blood Rage does damage based on your health. Shockwave hits earth damage outwards. Barbaric Bite heals you, and then Bathe in Blood. If you kill somebody with it, heals you for a decent amount. So the Blood Rage, it does more damage based on how much health you have as a maximum health. So it's a really, really good one, but it also takes some of your health to do. So, double-edged sword for, is that really worth it to be doing? So I'm just going to be firing away. The Bard only has the 1 spell right now. Now you might be thinking, well, you don't really have a lot of classes developed yet. And it's true, the 6 characters that you're able to choose aren't very developed, but of the 4 levels we're going to go through, So that's the Knight's move that does more damage based on if your health is higher than the enemy. So that's a pretty cool spell, I think. As we kind of are going to go through these next 4 little areas, some of the more developed classes will be helping you. Like Ford's decently developed. He's a Knight. The Knight class has a lot of stuff already kind of built into it. So how about instead of Blaze, we do Arcane Font. So you can see the 3, the Roman numeral 3 next to it. You're level 90 right now, which means you're at the max level for all spells. As you level from 1 through 90, you'll get Arcane Font 1, Arcane Font 2, Arcane Font 3. Arcane Font, as it levels up, right, increases the cone's range. So right now, it's pretty big. It goes 5 out. But Arcane Font 1 goes 3 out. Arcane Font 2 goes 4 out, etc. So as you level, different things will change. But bam! So do some arcane damage down there. Hell yeah. All right, now let's get Biff over here. I want him to be able to take the boss's damage when he comes, since he's kind of the tank. I don't want anybody else taking that. So cool. Robin hit that person pretty hard with a bow. She's bards, has some ranged attacks. Let's get our other tank down there, and let's get Ford where he can do some damage, right? And let's send Smiley down there, and let's just go ahead and attack with Beige. He's okay at attacking. Might as well get him doing it, right? Okay, so now we've got a few other things we can be doing, right? Let's do... I'm going to do one of the wizard's higher level spells, which is Arcane Eruption. So you tap into the ley lines beneath the earth and cause arcane damage. So it's just a wide cross area attack for arcane, and so it hits both of them. So that's really good. The other thing is there is friendly fire in this, so that definitely matters on where you're choosing to cast your spells. You got to pay attention, or else you can get totally destroyed, just completely by not paying attention to where your spells are going. So I definitely prefer games to have friendly fire. I think it adds a whole different element to it. So you'll kind of see some of the other spells more often. I'm just doing the damaging ones in this first little level that we're going through, because really, we're only fighting 3 enemies. We don't need to worry about our health through this. I should have had Lily use a spell, because, wizards very powerful. Their spells really matter the most. Biff does lots of damage, but you can see his health starting to get low just from, every time I use that spell that costs health, man, I mean, it hurts. So, you got to manage that. Hopefully that's fun and entertaining to do as well. Oh, I don't want to use Healing Hand. I want to use Smite. Bam. Cleric spell does some light damage. Okay, so the cleric can heal a little bit. We'll get to a real healing class later, right? Like the priest. That's one that we care about. But for now, how's about we drop a frost orb on the boss right there? I know, I got to do my own sound effects. I don't have sound effects in the game yet. Okay, so we have 23 energy. We can continue to do Blood Rage. It's just going to keep hurting us. You can see our health's getting real low there on Biff, and we might have to heal him, but I think we'll be able to finish the game before we do anything else, right? So let's get Ford over here so he can maybe start taking some damage. And everybody else, actually, let's just gang up on the boss and finish this off. So there is lava, and you can stand in the lava, but if you start your round in lava, it does extra damage to you. So you gotta, find out if that's worth it. Okay, so we finished the first area. That was just kind of an example of what we're doing. Again, all these tiles aren't like permanent tiles. They're just kind of placeholders, but I mean, you get the general gist of how the game's going to be, right? So this area up here, I don't think I explained it before, is where you're allowed to spawn units. So the more squares there are, the more units you can spawn. If I only had 4 squares, you would only be able to pick 4 of these 6. So let's go ahead and get Robin back there in the middle. Biff, we want him up front again. Beige, get Lily, she's ranged. Smiley, yeah, and let's have the player character. So let's begin the assault, right? Robin, again, she starts first. She's got pretty high dexterity, so she generally starts before others. Okay, now let's get Biff down here. So this one's got 4 enemies, another boss, and 3 bandits. But you also have 2 new people helping you, which is, I have 2 new people. So this is just kind of explaining their role. So Lily, unfortunately, is stuck behind other people, and since she happened to go first, she won't be able to move. So, oh, I didn't add his face, but Johnny Witt is a champion character. Now champions, they're kind of a little less beefy than barbarians, but they do some damage, man. They have a few skills that are based off of almost like gladiatorial things, right? So one of their main abilities is whirlwind, hits everybody around them. Roar of the crowd, so they do lightning damages, where the barbarians do earth, champions do lightning damage with their melee stuff. So they have this one ability, which is They Are Not Worthy. Deals mad damage, but it takes all your energy to do it. So let's just go ahead and do more sound effects, right? Do that damage, because he has other abilities that help him gain energy. So we'll get to those really when we get to him. So we're just going to kind of go through this one. And the other character that we have for this is Savage. He is a ranger. So rangers, this is your first kind of main ranged based class, right? So we're going to demonstrate some of their abilities. The ranger's main attack is bombardment, and it just shoots tons of arrows at somebody. We'll kind of go through each of these abilities because we'll probably have time to. So we're going to shoot a poison arrow at that guy. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it should be doing some damage over time. Now let's get down over here, and I would actually like to sing again so that everybody can get the hit buff. But for now, we'll have Biff go in. Oh no, I accidentally clicked above it. Okay, so that attack missed. What can you do? We're going to do Call Lightning and try and darn. Oh, but we can hit just him, so that's good. So Call Lightning calls down a bunch of lightning attacks that shock anybody in a ranged line, so that's pretty fun. So since we used all his energy to do that massive damage there, we're not going to be able to do anything except attack. So this one, I'm going to kind of explain the story in these next two areas, because we'll get to the final one, and then that's where most of the big classes kind of have their time to shine. So the story for Asterion Online is that, and I'm going to stop talking about the story to explain some of the abilities as we use them, right? So I'm going to use his max ability. Like I said, it's bombardment. It's the ultimate move, shoots them 8 times for half damage each. So dang, that hurts, right? That's a good damage spell. Okay. Another thing before I talk about the story is water. You can move through it, but it takes a little bit more movement to move through it, same as these kind of rocks up here. But if you walk through water, you're considered soaked. And some classes like Shaman, that will use electric damage, right, do more damage to soaked enemies. So there's reasons to go in or not go in the water, depending on who you're fighting, or try and get your enemies to go in the water. So let's do the Bard spell to help everybody out again. And let's just... let's try and get him out of here, do some damage. So the story is a new MMO has come out, right? You're playing as a character playing a video game, but it's different than like Sword Art or Hack or anything like that, because there's no, all right, if you die in the game, you die for real. Okay. Pause. Wizards, one of their main spells is Magic Missile. It does the same thing as kind of bombardment. The higher level it is, the more it shoots, but it shoots everybody who's around you within a certain range. So the boss isn't in range, but I can hit all 3 of them with lots of magic missiles. So that's a good move to do. I'm going to stand here and attack him. So the story is a brand new MMO has come out, and your friend, who will be Robin, has convinced you that you should play, and wants you to play because you're an experienced dungeon master from all the other MMOs that you play, because you're into MMOs, right? And there's a new a catch to this MMO. There's no, if you die in the game, you die for real, but those who play the video game, the first guild to defeat the final boss of the video game will be paid to play the video game. They'll be earning $50,000 a year to play a video game. And I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty awesome. So that's kind of the, I'm going to use Carpet Bomb. It does lots of, I don't have the energy. I'm not going to use Carpet Bomb because I use my ultimate one, so I didn't even think about that. That's the incentive, right? Is to... the first ones to beat the final boss will get to play the game and get paid to play it for forever. And that is a dream for everybody. So you and Robin will start this guild, and you'll slowly get more and more people who are playing the game to join your guild and help you out, right? Because they want to win as well. And so there's an element of it that has to do with... okay, hold on real quick. I want to... hit everybody with arcane missiles, including the boss. Great. So there's an element of, okay, this is why this is happening. And I'm going to use Whirlwind because I think everybody's in range. Yeah, whoo, bam, good damage. So that's kind of why you're fighting everything is, and why you're controlling everybody is you're the guild master and you're kind of calling the shots in each battle. So there, all these enemies will be in the game for you to battle, but it's also an MMO. So one of the things that you will be doing is, PvP. So there will be other players in the game, right? But it's PvP. So they're actually NPC because it's a single player game. But the PvP will be like, okay, the NPCs happen to be named, you know, XX Super Killer Fly, whatever, and that's what some of the guilds will be based around. And I think that adds to I think it's different than a lot of other turn-based strategies that exist out there, and I think different is good in this sense. So I'm just gonna keep using Magic Missile because it's doing mad damage. Okay, so I'm just going to so what I was trying to say earlier for this guy is he has this move called Electrifying Execution. Is you give the crowd what they want. If the attack kills the target, you restore all your energy, right? He's not low enough for me to kill, so I'm just going to attack him. But that is a move that champions do. Their whole thing is you want to kill people, and it's all about energy, so that's what they're doing. But yeah, so that's kind of the story. You're trying to get to the final boss and kill it before any other guild does. The ones who kill the final boss get a token. If the guild is carrying the token, they are being paid to play the game. And whoever has the token can be challenged at any time by other guilds, and the winner will keep the token. So there's kind of a we'll keep the game alive aspect of it. Of okay, we're gonna get if we did, you know, beat the final boss, you're going to get challenged by people probably because they also want to get paid to play the game, right? So that's the story is you're trying to beat the final boss and you're meeting friends online, having some of your offline friends come play the game, etc. And you're just kind of working with this group to beat the final boss and earn money to play the game because you're a hardcore gamer. As all people that play MMOs generally are, or maybe not hardcore, but they like to game, right? So that's your character's kind of motivation for doing what you're doing. And like I said, Robin was like, hey, you should come. I know you're an experienced GM. And so she's kind of your sidekick or helping hand through this whole thing and kind of guides you through the game as it is, and like, oh, we should be doing this, etc. So I'm going to show another skill that rangers have. It's called Patient Shot. The longer the more rounds that have gone through, meaning everybody's taken at least one turn, the more damage it does. So bam, that one does 410 damage. It starts off doing like 50, right? Nothing. But then as each round goes further and further, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. So it's worth saving some energy for that later on. Let's try and kill this bandit. And let's hit them both with some more magic missiles. You can see she's flat out of mana. So mana management and energy management is going to be a very big thing in this game. So just something you got to watch out for. Oh, he's really low. So why don't we, nope, not spells, skills, actually try the Electrifying Execution. Bam, we got it. So a shower of roses fall on Johnny. And you can see down there below now, his energy's at max. So next turn, he can do some crazy damage again. I actually may leave it because I want to show another spell that they have, because like I said, they're very about like pleasing the crowd and energy for everybody and electricity, right? So another spell that they have, or skill, I'm gonna move out of the way so it doesn't hit me, is Roar of the Crowd. So the crowd yells so loud that it does a crazy amount of damage and hurts enemies at a range, so I can shoot this one further away. So bang, a bunch of music notes fly out, and you kill somebody. So great. All right, so we're in the next area, and you got 2 new characters to help you with. There's a lot more people in this one, so let's go ahead and get started. But your starting area has 4 wide, so you can kind of have a little bit better starting position for some characters this time. Let's get Beige, let's get Lily, and let's get Smiley. So great. let's begin the assault. So the two new characters I have, this one's actually a wizard, same thing as Lily. Lily will eventually be a sorcerer. I just don't have that class kind of mapped out yet. So we just have double wizard. Wow, got crit on the first hit. So Jeff is another wizard. He will actually be one of the main wizards. There are going to be 50 classes in this, or not classes, 50 characters that you can get by the end of the game. Guilds are allowed to have a maximum size of 50, so you're going to have the opportunity to get 50 characters. So there will be 50 people helping you actively try and kill the final boss so that you all get paid to play the video game. Hilda is a old lady. She's an old lady priest. And yeah, priests are almost entirely healing based classes. They all do different heals. Minor heal, this one does kind of a cross heal. This is their only attacking spell, and so we'll actually use it now because we don't need to save anything right off the bat. So repent, brings the sin forth in their mind and harms them. So let's get Beej up here and have him cast Smite. Bam, do some damage. And of course, we want Robin to sing. Everybody have a little bit better chance of hitting things. And how's about we get Lily doing a arcane... Ooh, actually, that's going to hurt the healer. It's worth it. 3 people for 1. We'll call it good, right? And let's get the player up there. So now it's blocked off. Nobody else can run through here. So that's good. Let's just start wailing on people. So yeah, priests are almost entirely healing based, but they do a dang good job when they do it. So let's have him. Let's just use Blaze and hit those 2 people there. Awesome. And I also want you be doing mad damage. Holy crap, I crit with that. That did 900 damage. That was really good. Okay, so Biff, we'll stop you there. Hilda. So Biff hurt himself. He's taking damage. How about we heal up Biff? There's a few that we can use. Let's just go with the minor heal. It doesn't take a lot of mana, and it heals for a decent, an amount that's pretty good. It's a very minor heal. Let's get Beej using Smite again. And yeah, I want to take this guy out if we can. Robin, shoot him. Bang. Okay, cool. He's out, so we can get some more people up here. I want to kind of funnel them in there as much as I can, right? Okay, so let's put Lily over here. I want her using arcane missiles again, I should think. Bam, hit all 3 of them. So the collision matters. You can't shoot through walls. You might have seen when I was trying to do the arcane font. It doesn't go through walls. Walls matter. So these gray things are just walls that you can't shoot through right now. Okay, so let's just end the turn there. Great. Smiley, yeah, you can just attack him, end your turn. Great. Oh, holy crap. Smiley is really close to dying. We need to heal him. I did not see that. You know what? If he dies, it's okay. It'll be a good learning process, but I don't want him to die, so do that Frost Orb there. End turn for Jeff. Biff. I'm going to try and get everybody to attack Biff instead here, and we'll do a cleave. Oh, you know what? I know what move we'll do next time. Okay, so one spell that she has is this kind of cross heal that heals people for a pretty decent amount. Yeah, 400, so that's good. Smiley should survive at least another turn, unless this guy like Mondo crits or something. Let's get Beej down there. He can take a few hits to try and take the pressure off Smiley. And then I have 2 other classes to introduce in the next kind of area, and I'm planning on this channel to be like, okay, once I'm fully done with the class, I'll release a video that's here's this class and what it does, right? Or if I come out with a new room or idea or a quest type thing, I will introduce that. So how's about we just keep waylaying on people with... Dang, that hit absolutely everybody. That's super worth doing. Okay, so just hit him there. End turn there. We want to keep that kind of wall up. Ooh, Smiley's still kind of going down. How's about we get him over there so that he's not getting hit by 2 people? Yeah, because he's going down, man. Okay, so let's... I think a good move to use would maybe also be Arcane Missile. Yeah, Beej can take 1 hit by this. It'll be all right. I want to hit all of them for some hard damage, right? Okay, so Biff. I want you to use shock. Oh, it's not far enough, but still does good damage. Bam. Earth damage, shockwave. Okay, so I would say the most developed class I have is coming up in the next round, but let's go ahead and Biff, I need him to have more energy. So she also has the ability to spend some of her mana to give energy to Biff, and that's what we want. Biff is kind of our big damage dealer right now and tank, so that's more important, I think, than other things. So we'll just try and get Smiley out of there, I think. So we'll have Beej do some damage and just end his turn there and kind of soak up the damage from the enemies. And when it's Smiley's turn, we'll just pull him out. Okay, Lily, let's have you. Man, she can hit everybody. So it kind of goes through the corners of things. It's more of a direct up, down, left, right. Most things can go through diagonally through things. So that's how she was still able to hit him. But if he was over here, she wouldn't have been able to hit him. So, some things work how I want to. Some things may tweak later. Okay, he attacked. We're good there. Ow, that hurt. Smiley, you need to get the heck out of there. Oh, you only have 200 HP. Yeah. You're not doing too much damage anyway, so we don't terribly need you. I think a good move to do would probably just Arcane Missile, honestly. Yeah, it's doing mad damage, so can't be upset by it. We'll sacrifice some health, do some damage there. Cool. Don't have to worry about him no more. So priests also have a massive ability called Ray of Light, which will heal everybody in a ray that they aim at. So let's go over here and demonstrate Ray of Light. So that should... Okay, I can't get it to hit all of them, but I can get it to hit 3 people. And boosh, dang, 400 HP. But you got to be wary of stuff like that, because that spell also will heal enemies if they're in the ray. So you gotta decide what you want to do. Oh, catch 22. All right. Okay, so we only got 3 more people. Well, this guy's about to die. Basically, 2 more people. Oh, I don't have enough mana, so you got to watch your mana there. Or else they'll just be using basic attacks. You got to decide when it's worth it. I'm just going to keep Smiley up here. He's not as useful as everybody else right now. Dang, Arcane Missiles is doing really good. I don't know if I need to tweak that, or... I mean, you generally don't want wizards up in the fight, so maybe it doesn't need to be tweaked, because if I can avoid it, I'm going to try and make sure my wizards aren't up in the fight. So, kind of giving a rundown of the story so far, and what it is all about for... Okay, you're trying to beat this game so that you can get paid for it. Your character is going to be very like, okay, I play MMOs for an escape from reality. So if there's an opportunity for me to, make it my living, I would absolutely love that, and that's what we're going for here. So that's the extra motivation, I guess, as it is for your character, more than just, oh, they're playing a game. This, the stakes aren't high or anything. I'm hoping it still feels as if the stakes are high, and I'd love to talk to you guys about stuff in the comments. I debated talking about the story before I released it at all, because I don't want it to, I don't want anybody to like take the idea, but I kind of I want it known what it's going to be, so that hopefully you guys can be interested in it. Okay, so we killed the last guy. As soon as I move him, we're going on to the next area, and this will be the final area and thing that we talk about for this room. So this is a big lava area. You got a bunch of enemies, and you've got a super boss over here who's he's got red hair, his anime hair, so you know he's going to be a hard fight. So let's create the party, and then I'll talk about the other characters. So this one, you'd be able to summon 12 people from your party. As you go, you'll have all 50 of them lined up to where you can, scroll through them and pick whichever ones you want to use. For now, like I said, we just have 6, and I'm giving you other characters to use as you go through it. So I think Biff should go there. I'll have Beej up here. Lily, let's get her down here to do some damage. Smiley can go down here too, and we'll have the player and Robin go up there. So as they come up for the new characters, I'll start talking about them. Lily, we'll just send her over here, get her ready to do some fighting. And so we've got bandits, female soldiers, and Big Boss, the human champion. So we'll be ready to fight all of them. Let's have Lily just try and sing for everybody but Hilda. She doesn't use attacks anyway, hardly, so she can get the attack bonus and not have to worry about it. Let's get Beej up there, and we'll end his turn. Okay, so Hilda... I'm going to save her mana and not have her do anything right off the bat, because healing is going to be really important fighting all these people. And let's get player up here. So, okay, we just hadn't got to any of the new characters yet for me to talk about them. Let's get Ford over there. He's a tank. He can kind of funnel off all these people. Smiley, let's get you going over here so that you're ready to attack. Lily's in a really bad spot, but okay. Carrick Lane is my like signature. Or if I play a melee character, I always played Carrick Lane, so he's my kind of character creation. So I'm excited to actually have him in a game. He's a paladin. He wears all gold, loves gold, just like we do at this channel, right? So I think it's good enough for Biff and Carrick to take that damage. So Siegfried is one of my friend's characters that's a warlock. So we're gonna show warlock, which is by far my most developed class. I think they're done entirely. So warlocks have the ability to take some of their health and convert it to mana. Ebon Bolt is their kind of signature spell that shoots things at a long range. They can boil the blood inside the enemies that are near you. The more that are near you, it's kind of like magic missile, right? Ebon Swarm summons a bunch of like tiny demons and flies and locusts to attack you. Let the demons in does crazy damage to paladins, priests, and the like. Brimstone Blast spews fire and dark magic. Ebon Spear is like a melee-based attack that does a lot of damage if you're willing to get up close. Dimensional Crack attempts to split the enemy in two. It attacks one enemy, but it does a lot of damage. And then we're going to start... we'll do that one next. Imp Swarm is their ultimate ability, but since you're level 90, you can see it, right? So I'm just going to do Ebon Bolt and bang. You couldn't see the damage, but Ebon Bolt does a decent amount of damage. Warlocks are high mana users, but they take their own health to use more, mana-based attacks so that it's okay. We really need to kill this guy so that we can get the big tanks over there and have them start kind of holding everybody else off. I'm just going to have Robin shoot at people from range. I don't want her up in the fight at all. Beige, you can get up in the fight, though. So you can see it's harder for people to move through these rubble areas, and lava's really hard to move through. And it hurts you if you start your turn on there, so you really got to find out if it's worth trying to go through the lava at all. So you can see enemies tend to avoid it if they can and take the outward paths. Okay, Hilda, you're going to have to worry about healing people soon, so I don't want you to waste everything right off the bat, right? Let's get the player up there. Ford, all right. Time for Ford to start shining again. Glad he's back. And some of his other abilities we'll probably start using. So knights have the ability to average their health with somebody else, right? So like if you're super hurt, I'll give you some of my health. And then they have the ability to cleanse their own wounds because there's barbarians, which deal earth type damage, champions that do lightning type damage, knights are water based, and there's warriors who do fire. So with water based, half of their stuff is healing and healing based. You can see there's not many water based attacks. I haven't added a lot of elements yet, so those are still coming, and I guess in development would be the term for it. I want him up there so that everybody kind of crowds around him. Okay. Smiley, just start doing whatever you can. Smiley's not that great because I don't have any thief abilities based in the game yet. Okay, so let's get Carrick over here and get you using some of your abilities. First one is Divine Justice, which does more damage to classes that are not paladins, priests, and clerics. If they are, it doesn't do all that much damage. Oh, okay, well, he missed anyway, so what can you do? And let's get Biff down here. So Siegfried, we're going to have you use the Warlock's ultimate ability. It takes tons of mana, but it's great because it hits absolutely everybody on the map that isn't behind a wall. So I may actually move so that we can make sure that we do hit everybody. Okay, I'm not going to hit him, but that's fine. Imp Swarm calls down demons from the sky to attack your foes, and bam, does okay damage, but it hits everybody. So I think it's worth it. Lily, yeah, let's go ahead and have you start in the fire. That's fine. I want to see. I don't want to use Call Lightning on them then. That's not going to be worth it. We'll just have her do... Oh, wow. That was definitely a bad choice then if I can't hit that many people with, arcane missiles. That was what I was hoping for. So, Robin, just keep shooting people and do your best. Bards don't have that many skills yet. But bards obviously are going to be very boon-based. They will give people bonuses to strength, dexterity, all those classes and stuff that really need it. So we're just going to heal Carrick there, give him a little minor heal. He would appreciate that. Since he sat in the lava, I'm sure he'd really appreciate it. And I'm going to try and keep these guys in the lava so they keep taking damage over time. And just kind of control the AI and keep it there. Let's use your mad damage attack. Honorable death. Oh, they have more HP than me, so I can't actually use that ability, because that one you can only use if you have more HP than the enemy. So that's going to be hard to do. Okay, so yeah, Smiley, just going to have you keep fighting there. So I'm hoping you kind of get the idea of how the game's supposed to run. That's the hope here, right, is you like what you see. Obviously, all the art isn't final. This is just me kind of testing it, but you can kind of see where I'm at, because, I mean, this has taken tons and tons of time, and I'm very proud of where I'm at. I know it might not seem like much, but I thoroughly enjoy it. So I need to get Siegfried out of here. So let's get him there and have him ebb and bolt that guy for some mad damage. Yeah, he's almost dead. Okay. I think it's worth to keep her in lava so that we can try and arcane blast a ton of people, or, you know, magic missiles. But okay, so just gonna have her keep shooting. Awesome, that guy's down. Beige, yeah, just smack the bandit up. The top ones have it a little bit easier, which is why I'm sending Siegfried down, because, I mean, he does so much damage. We need him, right? Okay, so I'm going to do another heal on Carrick, because he's the one who needs it the most. At some point, I'll show you the ultimate priest heal, which is definitely going to come in handy at some point here. So, okay. Ford, just keep doing your thing. How's about we have you do Hone Strike for the high crit chance? Okay, didn't crit, but that's okay. Okay, so now we're Smiley again. Just trying to get rid of this guy so that we can move people down here. I'm excited to do it. I was worried, and I didn't want to show until I had something that was like, okay, that at least kind of looks like a game, right? And I'm at the point where it does now. So that's really what I wanted to get at before I showed anybody else what was going on. So now I'm there. So the channel will be having updates as often as I can make them. And if you aren't, follow me on Twitter, because Twitter and Instagram, I'll post my Instagram too down below, is where I'm going to be posting a lot more frequent updates, right? So there I just sacrifice some of his health to give him full mana, and I think that's worth it currently. Let's I think, oh nah, yeah, arcane missiles is still really good. I might have to tone down how good that is. I hadn't really fully tested it in a bunch of enemy kind of zone. I just kind of tested it against one or two. When it's like this, arcane missiles does a lot, so I might have it do less damage at the very least. I still like that it shoots more as you level up, but may have it do less damage. And so as I kind of release things, I want you guys to take a look and be like, oh, that's good or that's bad, etc. Okay, let's just go ahead and show you. Let's not use the max one yet. Let's do Halo. So what Halo does is it heals in an area around. So it's really good for, like, here. There's an enemy there, but we have our units all around him, so it will heal everybody but him. It'll go, boom, shoot a bunch of halos up in the air, and it'll heal both of them. So that's really good. Okay, so Big Boss is about to be here. He has a lot of health and does a lot of damage, so we're going to have to worry about him, because that's not fun when that happens. Okay. Knight, I'm sure you have more health than that person now, so let's do your big damage attack. Hoo-yah! Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly do updates on those, and I love the indie dev community. I wouldn't even say like, oh yeah, I'm an indie developer, because I don't know if this is good enough to consider myself that way, right? So, oh, I don't have the energy. See, I gotta watch the energy usage palette. Mana. Okay, so let me explain a few things else while we're doing this, right? Mana is based off of your intelligence and spirit. The higher intelligence or spirit you have, or intelligence, spirit, and just level. The higher those things you have, the more mana you have. Energy is based off of your strength, dexterity, and your charisma. The higher those things you have, the more energy you have, and the more you gain per turn. So it's important to have high ones of those. I'm just going to ebb and bolt that guy over there. I think I'm going to do spells. I'm going to just Acid Orb him, try and get him doing some damage over time. But yeah, that's what this is going to kind of turn into, is I've never completed something that takes this much time or effort, right? And I want to. Okay, let's use the big bad heal, right? So this is the Priest's ultimate heal. It'll heal everybody that you can see that's on the map. And what it does is same thing as kind of the one that calls imps down, but it heals absolutely everybody. So bang, and they all get healed for okay amount, but it heals everybody, right? It doesn't need to heal for a redonkulous amount. Okay, let's kill this warrior up here. we're kind of just slowly ticking away at these people, not doing anything too crazy, which is fine. They're not doing that much damage to us. Beige. Wow. Oh, I was like, how do they all have so much health? I forgot I just healed them with Hilda. That makes more sense. Okay. Okay, so we've got the mana to do that one again. Does a lot more damage to non. Oh, dang. Biff is taking some damage, so we need to get Hilda over here to heal him. But I want him to tank this stuff from the big boss, because big boss does a lot of damage and has lots of health. So let's do bash. We don't have the energy for that. Let's just auto attack. Siegfried, I need you over here helping me kill big boss. So what we're also going to do now, one of my favorite spells is Ebon Swarm. It's okay if some people take extra damage. Oh, I don't have to. Ebon Swarm, like I said, it summons a bunch of pestilence that will attack people, and I think it looks really cool. You can see all the little flies that kind of spawn there. I really like it. Okay, so let's do... I don't know if I want Biff to take that damage. How's about instead we just... can't go wrong with arcane missiles, or magic missiles. Okay, keep shooting at them. Gosh dang, these guys seem like they live forever. I don't know why they have so much health, but they do. That's fine. I think I gave them extra health so that they, you know, I could explain everything while I was doing everything here. Do we have the energy to Halo? I hope we do, because, yeah, cool, I can heal both of them. See, that Halo is a really useful spell that only priests have. Everything is only this class has it kind of deal. But the style of attacks aren't, right? Like, there might be multiple ranged lines or 3x3s or X's, but they might do different things. So hopefully that's still entertaining. And I keep coming up with like different things that matter and help all the time, and you know, create variety. And I'll keep updating you as I do those things. So hopefully you guys enjoy this process, because I'm enjoying it so far and I want to keep it up. So we're almost on to just the big boss left. I think I'm going to do a few other ones that I haven't done yet. So let's do 6, which, no, you can't really get, I don't want to hurt him. Let's do 8, which is Dimension Crack. Bam, it, you know, tries to rip him between dimensions, which I think is pretty cool. And let's light him on fire. Cool. So also elements will do different things depending on what type of element the enemy is or has. So if they're wearing like a coat of thunder, right, that gives them electric protection, electricity is weak to earth. So earth will do extra damage to it, and you know, going on and so forth. So I just want to do damage because I think we're going to be fine, other than, oh, Biff's super low. I should have healed with Hilda when I had the chance. Okay. Maybe I should pay more attention. Okay, do some big damage there, big boy. Forward to get him. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what else to really say about it. I'm hoping that this is a pretty good demonstration of, I guess, the capabilities that I have to try and make it go forward, and hopefully the capabilities are also enjoyable. Oh, I should use Barbaric Bite, which will heal me for percentages. Oh, I don't have the energy to do it. Should have managed my energy a little bit better. Okay, so now, now I can do, I don't know if I have the mana. Let's see how much it's 60. I totally can. Brimstone Blast is a cone-based ability, which is pretty cool. I really like it. Does fire and dark damage at the same time. We're just going to keep shooting him with Acid Orb. Does okay damage, right? Just keep shooting her with arrows. Yeah, I hope that, 1, you're okay with this, and 2, in the end, I hope you're excited, because I really like this. Oh, I don't have the mana, please. Okay, I have the mana to do the minor one. Okay, that's fine. I'm really, really excited by this. I've been having so much fun doing it. It's been challenging, and I don't normally do crazy challenging things, so I'm excited for how far I've come in it. Again, not like, oh yeah, it's so good or anything like that. I'm happy with where I am, and I hope that I continue to grow as I keep making it. And I hope that you guys enjoy it and actively are like, yeah, we want to, you know, be involved in this. So I'm going to sacrifice some more health from him to do some more damage. I'm going to get him down here. Let's just keep, I'm going to Acid Orb that guy over there so I can do some damage over time. I hope that you guys actively want to be involved. Like I said, I'm going to post bits and things here. And the other thing is, if I know you, right, if I like really know you, you're in the game in some way, shape, or form. Um, all of these people here, except the enemies, are people that I know in real life or characters that they played, right? So, like, I think IGL Xenix will be watching this video at some point. I hope he's in this game at some point. You might not be a playable character, but you might be an enemy or in a guild that the main quest is to fight or things like that. But if I know you, you're in this game somewhere. I've been talking to I've talked to about 3 people about the story total and about their character, just kind of bouncing things back and forth. And like I said, overall, the people like the idea, at least the ones that I've talked to. I've talked to critical people that will, kind of shoot straight for me, and they've said they liked it. So I'm going to do Eben's Spear real quick, which, like I said, is that melee-based attack, which it does lots of damage, but you have to be in melee to use it, and you're a spellcasting class, so, it might not actually be worth it. Okay, let's get Lily up here. We want to get some of the damage dealers up here so that we can finish this off. That's Robin. Great. I'm excited to develop the Bard class because holy crap, some of these effects that I can do for music and things like that that I've recently figured out, that would look cool if I did that way, right? Are going to be awesome for the Bard. I'm so excited for them. Can I hit somebody with an Ebon Bolt? I cannot. Can I hit somebody with... dang. Okay, so just not close enough. That's fine. Let's get him up there. Let's get Lily up there, and then we'll try and finish these people off and just be done with it. I've talked more than I need to really about it, but it's fun. I enjoy playing it too, which is the best thing, right? Is being like, oh man, this thing that I made is actually fun for me. So I enjoy making it. I enjoy playing it, and I'm just happy with it. I hope that you guys are too, and I feel like I'm just rambling on. I probably am, but I don't know. I've just never gotten this far in something, so I'm excited to have gotten this far. Okay, is there any other spells that I haven't shown Blood Boil or anything, but I'll do a full video kind of explaining all of the Warlock's abilities and, going in detail on a few things. But we don't need to do that right now. Is there anything spell-wise I hadn't shown here? No, I didn't think so. Blaze, just do some fire damage. This guy's still got a decent amount of health left. Beach, just go punch him in the face. Hilda, just shoot at him. Okay. Ford, just hit him. And yeah, so if you are interested in seeing yourself in this game, please play it when it comes out. I'm not doing a Kickstarter or anything with it, at least not right now. And if I ever did, it would only be for art or, marketing to try and get it out there. I don't want it to be a big thing, and I don't... Oh god, somebody died. Oh no, Siegfried died. Whoops, I wasn't paying attention to his health while he was running through the lava. Whoopsie. Oh well. The other thing is, death isn't going to be permanent like it is in Fire Emblem and the like. There's going to be some punishment for death, but it might be like your character drops 5 levels or something like that. I don't think permadeath is fun. It's challenging in that you have to worry more, but I think having other downsides to dying is just as good. Oh, hey, cool. So we're done. Having other downsides to dying is just as good. And one, Fire Emblem's done it already. I don't want to copy that outright, right? So thanks for watching. I hope you like it. I've been working so hard, and it is what it is right now. As I said, in case you're seeing this art again, it's not my art. Somebody else did it online, and I'm not planning on using this for anything, in case that's, an issue. Yeah, I hope you like it. I'm excited for it. Yeah, that's just it. So please consider continuing to watch, or if you're new to the channel, thanks. This is what the channel is going to largely consist of, is this now, because I want this tangible thing, and I want to put it on Steam, and I want people to enjoy the game. So thanks for watching. Love you guys, and hope you enjoy following along for Asterion online. And I don't know, online, it's going to be Asterion something. might be Asterion Guild Manager, but online kind of makes it seem as if you can play the game online, and you're not going to be able to. It's a single player game, like most turn-based strategies are, but it's going to be about an online game. I don't know. Name's a work in progress. So thanks for watching, and like I said, hopefully you enjoy. Catch you around, and glad to be back because I had stopped for a while, and yeah, thanks.